welcome you to night 2 of the JSBL. Dan Zerski, Alec Krauthamel. Game number 2. Jack Collins with the opens the scoring. Steele finds an open look from the corner. It is up and no good. Rebound. Fought for, and funny, the smallest guy on WCT wins it against the biggest guy on CVG. Open look, Savoy couldn't pop a three. It was Brandon Alexander who missed the first shot for Seaview. Steele intercepts it. Steele, Josh Cohen. Turn around, finds Alexander. He'll get it to Justin Robinson, and we might be privy to Alec Krauthamel to the best high pick and roll of the night, or maybe the season. As Collins comes away with a turnover, and he turned it over himself.
Yeah, Collins kind of lost the ball in mid-transfer there on the crossover, and got called for the carry there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we saw last night what Justin Robinson and Josh Cohen were able to do. Obviously, George Pappas as well, and C.J. Ruoff. So a really strong game all around. It was a 139-110 win for Seaview Jeep over Stearns Trailer, and their offense just looked absolutely unstoppable. And
you talk about it, it was 42-32. Seaview, you can tell sometimes how they're going to play by how the first or second quarter will go. They took it from the get-go last night as Cohen gets inside, spins, finds Steele, open look, right wing three off the mark, no good. Collins will pick up the rebound. Here's Andre Wells. Maybe the one guy you would say is the closest comp to Robinson as a finish at the rim from Savoy. And WCT has thrown the first punch. They lead 4-0 and almost picked up a turnover. Noah Pagan tried to jump the lane.
And this WCT team, they're 2-0 so far on the year, and they played some really good basketball. Obviously, getting a guy like Collins was huge, just having another ball handler out there, and then obviously what Wells can do, what Savoy can do driving to the basket. They have a lot of different guys with different skill sets, and how about a guy like Pagan played really well in their win last Thursday.
Collins, open look from the wing. It would have gone, if it went down, it would have been 7-0, and WCT is finding open looks. Cohen inside, flips one up off the glass, no good. His tipping and putback is. It's like watching Victor Wembanyama out there.
Yeah, Cohen, a legit center with legit skills, whether it's driving or passing or handling.
As Wells, fearless, gets inside and lays it in. And you mentioned kind of the same size as Robinson, not the shooting ability, but man, he can drive. Oh, look at that feed from Robinson. Hall couldn't finish, but he picks up a foul on him. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Robinson there again. He could just flip the ball over his head and make something happen on a pass that you would never see coming. And Emmett Hall there, the recipient of it. And Josh Cohen was our star of the game last night for Seaview Jeep in that win over Stearns Trailer. And as well as Cohen played, I felt like he kind of left some stuff out there as well. It was his first time really getting back into basketball shape for the first time in a few months. As you heard with his interview with Dave Smith, dealt with some injuries, dealt with mono as well, which can really wipe you out. So, I mean, if this is the, ramping up Josh Cohen, I don't want to see what full-strength Josh Cohen looks like.
And even then, last night, disgusting performance from one of the league's all-around best talent. Wells flips one up, off the mark, no good. Robinson will take it. They're still down by 3. Robinson blocked by Savoy. He throws it ahead to Collins. Wells, Collins, he'll hold it. He'll full a 3, up and good in the face of Morse. Threw it up in the face of Cohen, and Jack Collins is off to a hot start. Robinson on Collins, Monmouth royalty in the corner. He comes around a screen. Robinson splits the defense, drives, finds Cohen. How did he fit that pass through there?
How did he even see the lane either? There were 2 guys coming over to defend him. He just bounced it right behind him.
And right back, Pagan drills an open 3. And WCT is playing some good basketball to start.
Yeah, Pagan knocking down a 3-pointer. The only thing that's gotten him in a little bit of trouble in the first 2 games is the fouls, but other than that, he has been a tremendous force for WCT.
As Jesse Steele with a cute little move to get inside and lay it in. Wells stripped of the ball by Robinson. Hall came away with it. And Seaview Jeep calls a timeout. We'll stay right here. I mean, I think Justin Robinson's one of those guys, if you look at him play, it feels like he's playing the game with a set of two sets of eyes compared to one.
Yeah, seriously. It's what the normal person sees, and then there's what the normal person sees plus what Justin Robinson sees. I mean, it's ridiculous how he's able to open up these lanes. It looked like Hall got a little dinged up on that last possession, which is probably why head coach Tyler Schmelz called the timeout, so he'll get a substitute in. But yeah, I mean, this WCT team, they have played really strong basketball. Quinn Peters had an excellent game last time out as well. Obviously, we know what Andre Wells can do. I mean, this is a team that has a lot of different skill sets. A guy like Jacob Morales can really shoot the ball and kind of run that secondary ball handler type role as well. So, I mean, this WCT team, I believe I picked them 5th in the preseason. They've even surpassed that. They've really surprised me and impressed me with the way that they played as an all-around unit this year.
I think that one of the biggest things is getting a guy like Jack Collins, who it felt like they lacked him. They lacked a guy that could go on and play really good on-ball defense, and yet if you needed the offensive rebound, there's so many times where WCT would lack the offensive rebound. Collins, a guy that probably plays bigger than his size, and I think he's made a big impact. Oh, beautiful feed. Robinson finds steal, and he hasn't scored yet, but my goodness, these passes are elite.
Yeah, he caught Jack Collins sleeping there, steal in the backdoor cut. Too much space.
Wells, open look, hit the back of the rim, too strong on a 3. Here comes Robinson running the floor. Steal, open look. Hit the side of the rim on a 3 to go out. And Robinson not really taking over yet, but he doesn't really have to right now. Maybe trying to conserve some energy. Here's Wells. Finds Pagan. Comes around to screen after he took the pass back. Collins will try again, why not? And this time he's short on a 3. Cohen will bring it up. Cohen getting inside. Flip back, oh, Cohen's turn. He finds the feed, and Alexander the beneficiary.
That is a hard pass even for a seasoned point guard to make, but how about your center stopping with the ball in the corner and then just firing a bounce pass right to the cutting player, right in the breadbasket for the easy 2.
I mean, this is incredible passing clinic right now. Oh, beautiful feed from Jesse Steele, and Cohen traveled. I mean, this is beautiful basketball as we have hit a timeout on the floor. I mean, you talk about Seaview dismantling Stearns last night. They might be doing, it looks like they're starting to settle in and might be doing the same thing to WCT tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their offense, when their offense is on, there's really nobody that can stop them, especially when they have their full, set of guys. No George Pappas tonight after putting on a show for 34 points last night. You put in Jesse Steele. So, yeah, it was definitely a little bit of a slow start for Seaview Jeep, but once they start to get humming, they can be hard to stop. And WCT, they're going to have a tall task on their hands, already doing a good job of it.
And the other thing you have to account for with Seaview is Seaview's biggest issue over the years has always been not the amount of talent that they've accrued. They, in terms of pure talent, their roster is probably accrued the most talent of anyone. I mean, a couple years ago you had, who was this? The center they had from Minnesota. I'm trying to think of her name.
I know who you're talking about, but his name is just escaping me. But even a guy like Chris Brady, one of the best rebounders for many years in the league.
I mean, Xander Rice has not shown up yet this summer. You have George Pappas, who is pound for pound a top 5 3-point shooter in the league. It's just an embarrassment of riches that they have, and Stearns went all in on this roster, and I think Seaview did it the right way, and they might be the beneficiaries of it. Pagan, shot fake, drive, spins, falling away, threw it to Robinson. He comes away with the steal. Here's Robinson, thought about the 3, finds Cohen inside, double team, and he's fouled hard. Actually, they'll say it's out of bounds. Rare no. It was Alahan Demir, by the way.
Yes, that's who it was, yeah. He was a really solid all-around big man.
That was the other guy. I mean, you've had so many guys that have come through and run for Seaview, and it's like, through the years, I think in terms of just straight-up talent, they've always had the #1 roster in terms of talent. It's just a matter of will these guys show up or not. Cohen gets around a Robinson screen. Beautiful layup off the glass and in. Not often do you see your 5'6" point guard setting screens for you, but Justin Robinson just did that. 5'8" Justin Robinson, my apologies. Open look, 3 off the mark, side of the rim, no good. from Jacob Morales. It's Steele, Robinson. They get Ruoff on the floor. Now as a three is up and good for Jesse Steele.
Yeah, Steele's a guy, when you let him get some space, he can create some space, but when you let him get to that step-back jumper, fall-away jumper, that's his bread and butter.
Wells, pull-up shot, off the back of the rim, no good. Robinson said, I'll take that rebound, Mr. Cohen. Here's Justin, yet to score tonight. And he almost changed that shot, no good, and Savoy tipped the rebound out of bounds.
I'll say, when you get the inverted pick and roll, it makes it so much easier when your 6'10 center has legit ball handling skills, and Robinson setting the screen. It kind of throws the rotations off, and you saw what it resulted in an open layup. Here we go again.
Drives along the baseline, shot falling away. The soft touch from Cohen, and it's a 5-point lead for Seaview.
Yeah, legit Big Ten big man. He played at USC, was really good at UMass and St. Francis before that, and had some good stretches as well. Unfortunately missed some of the end of his season at USC due to injury, but this is one of the more talented big men we have in this league, just based on pure basketball talent.
He might be the most, as Collins on the other end finds the layup. It'll be Robinson with the ball here. Drives inside, he's still yet to put up a shot. Finds Tellisford open, look for three, didn't get it, but a bad foul on the perimeter leads to Tellisford shooting three at the line.
Yeah, nice job by Robinson once again. He just whipped the pass across the floor, and Tellisford was ready there to shoot it. He went up and a little bit too over-enthusiastic on the contest.
You know, Robinson would have been the guy that I think Jerome Tang at Kansas State would have looked at a few years back.
I mean,
because he reminds me a lot in terms of his passes and his confidence of Marquise Noel.
Yeah, and when you look at Robinson as well, obviously not the tallest guy out there, but he has the ability, you know, he can stand strong at certain points. He can fend off contact when he's driving to the basket. He's a guy that, you know, he could just do so many different things on offense. And I mean, I was at those two games at Madison Square Garden that Kansas State played in the tournament. Those were two of the most fun basketball games that I've watched.
He was, I mean, you knew you were going to get a cinema game when you got Michigan State and Kansas State as a nice layup goes for Jacob Morales. But you look at Robinson, he's still only 28 years old. That's the wrong Justin Robinson. I didn't realize there were two, as Robinson finally flips one up and gets his first points of the night with 2:15 to go in the quarter. And that one off the foot of Pagan. He recovers and threw it to Tellisford. Tellisford went behind the back to Robinson. Robinson tries long distance on a three, no. The rebound swept away by Wells. He gets it up to Savoy, who was pickpocketed by Ruoff. Here's Tellisford. How about it? Lays it up and in. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, Ruoff, a tremendous game last night. He had over 20 points, 10 of 12 shooting. He does a great job of just finding his spots, and he was really, really efficient last night. Again, like we talked about last night, one of those connective pieces that you need on every team, especially some with a guy who's going to command a lot of the scoring attention.
Exactly, and he's the perfect piece. I mean, he's another guy that's been in and out as Robinson splits the defense, flips one high, arcing shot. Not often do you see a floater hit nothing but net like that, but that one just did. Robinson, you look at maybe the greatest player in the history of the MAC, and for what he did, he had 19.3 and 19.7 as Jacob Morales hits another one, and he's cut the lead to 4. Cohen drives, spins, falling away, couldn't get it. At the back of the rim, no good. WCT's hovering around. Morales, why not? Was feeling it and missed. A little bit of a heat check there. Robinson splits the entire defense, flips one. Not often do you say J-Rob tried to get a little too fancy, but that time he did.
Yeah, he tried to go over his head, and that kind of pushed it towards the end line out of bounds. A good idea looking for Tellisford in the corner.
I mean, I feel like this is crazy because we talk about how good Robinson's been in this league. We don't talk about what he did at Monmouth, but he had them in legitimate, like, ranking consideration.
They should have made the NCAA tournament. They got robbed.
Twice. He had 2 really good years as Mercado just into the game, short on the mid-range.
I'll tell you what, those Iona-Monmouth battles, those were some of the most fun basketball I watched growing up.
Robinson short on a 3. Yeah, that championship game, I think it was the one in 16. where E.J. Crawford went nuts. Don't ask me how my dad went to Iona, so I know that.
Well, I was going to ask you how you knew that, despite you saying, don't ask me how I know that.
I mean, so many great battles over the years as Robinson gets inside. Says, why not? I'll flip another one up in as the shot clock and game clock expires in the first quarter. A fun one here in Manasquan High School, 27-23. We'll take a quick break at the end of the quarter on JSBL Network. Start of the second quarter, Dan Yuzerski, Alec Krauthamel with you. Quinn Peters, open look from the corner, is way long, but Mercado was there for the first one. He missed the second, and third time's the charm to call the foul.
Yeah, Mercado matched up against Robinson, it looked like, on that possession. He was just able to kind of get around him, has the longer reach, and gets his efforts rewarded on the glass with 2 free throws.
So 27-23, and Robinson, you mentioned a quiet quarter. He's 3 of 8. Cohen was 4 of 7. He had 8 points. Steele had 6 points. I didn't realize Robinson took 8 shots in that first quarter. I think our stat guys might have gotten that one wrong. As Mercado got both, he cuts the lead to 2. But Robinson, the thing that people don't realize is how good defensively he was as he pulls up for 3 here. Nothing but net. Robinson from downtown, and it's a 5-point game.
And again, you got to kind of even check up on him at the midcourt because he will launch from anywhere.
It's that Steph Curry-like range. It's good defense inside by Kavanaugh. Robinson comes away with the ball after the steal. Here he is again. Feeds. Ruoff will drive, kick out Robinson. Shot fake on a 3, drives inside, flips one behind the back to the corner for Alexander. Here's Kavanaugh with 12 to shoot. He drives inside. Falling away, left-handed shot, gets the English. And it's a 7-point game as we have a timeout for a wet spot.
Yeah, nice job by Kavanaugh. Shot clock was winding down. Attacking the closeout, just was able to flip that one up over some tough defense.
And that we get some more time to talk about Robinson. I mean, those 2 years, the Monmouth teams, when they clashed with Iona and ultimately ended up losing, Robinson led the MAC with 2.2 steals a game in both seasons as well. Beautiful move to get inside. Where not only was he the best offensive player in the conference, leading all point scorers, but he was great defensively too. Open look for Ruoff. After the feed by Robinson, he hits on a 3.
And again, Ruoff coming off a really good senior season at Catholic, an all-conference selection, and he is able to knock down that 3 if you give him some space.
Collins wide open, misses on a 3. Alexander the rebound. He finds Robinson, who spins through some traffic, lobs one up to Hall, who couldn't quite finish at the rim. Here's Mercado the other way, 0 for 4, now 1 for 5. No shortage of confidence with Mercado, and he cuts the lead to 6. Robinson trying to split the double, finds Kavanaugh, who started for Schmelz at Red Bank Catholic High School. Falling away, jumper misses everything. A little bit of a rainbow shot there as it went down. Here's Mercado. Drives, blocked by Hall. Feeds to the corner. Collins, open look for three. This one hits the back of the rim. Kavanaugh with the rebound, and they'll run. Ruoff the other way. Flips one up and in. And this is just pretty basketball by Seaview Jeep.
Yeah, and again, Ruoff, a play finisher for Seaview Jeep. He's not a guy that's going to command a lot of shots on the ball. You can set him up, and he'll always be ready to either go up with a layup or hit a three. Really good guy to have on your team.
Robinson, Kavanaugh in transition. That one blocked by Collins. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Seaview with 18 to shoot. Talk about Emmett Hall, by the way, being another big man that they can rely on. He's a big body, and he's played quite well tonight as Robinson. They're not going to get it in the act of shooting, although you do get some style points for that one.
WCT foul charge number 1, Andre Wells, his second, team's first.
Wells picks up his second. Well, Robinson comes around a screen, drives inside, scoop layup is good. A little bit of Jalen Brunson in that possession. Wells. WCT needed some points. Mercado not going to get it there, and Hall comes away with the rebound. He'll throw it, and here they come running again. Kavanaugh, he'll try an open look for three. Couldn't bury it, but the rebound is Alexander's, and he's fouled going back up. It'll stay with, actually was called out of bounds. You know, I'm so conditioned every time there's a foul to just say, or every time you look like they're contact and there's a whistle blown to say it's a foul. That one was a rare out of bounds. Good cut there by Kavanaugh.
I think Collins was thinking the same. He couldn't really believe the whistle at first, but once he saw it was out of bounds, it was all right.
As Alexander, that one they will call a foul. He missed the shot, but good for him. He's going to the line for two.
And a nice job just getting the ball. Good job backdoor cutting. The Seaview team does a great job of moving without the basketball. And when you have guys like Justin Robinson who can pass the ball all over the court, it's important to really move a lot when you don't have the ball because it could be coming to you no matter where you are.
And I think that's the one thing that I don't think people take into account with Seaview is that their ball movement. I mean, and it starts with the best player. I mean, when the best player on your team is willing to dish out 16 assists in a game, it leads to very unselfish basketball, and it's kind of the opposite of what we saw in the first one, where Seaview is making all these pretty passes. Collins drives in, gets inside, ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with WCT with 16 to shoot. Wells to inbound. Flips it up, Collins, no hesitation on a three, misses, rebound, fought for, Alexander, held ball, will have a jump.
Yeah, that's a tough rebound by Alexander. He got to that ball first, and then Pagan came in there to try to grab it away, but Alexander holding strong, and he'll have a chance to get possession back.
And he does. Ruoff comes away with it. Robinson in the half-court offense. Long three from the Manasquan logo. Shot that one from the reservoir, and he missed. Collins drives and lays it in on the transition. It must be so cool for him to consistently come back to your own home basketball gym and play. Here's Hall. That one deflected out of bounds. Savoy will check back in for Morales. So the five on the floor. Savoy, Morales, Collins, Robinson drives, gets to his spot in the block, feeds Kavanaugh. You can't leave him open, but he didn't make him pay that time. Look at Josh Cohen cleaning up a wet spot on the floor. He said, I don't want to sit on the bench. I'll help my team out on the court in another way. Collins, open look, wing three, no good. Rebound Savoy, who came flying in, and then he couldn't finish at the rim. Kavanaugh flips, Ruoff drives, gets inside, tough finish. Off the mark, no good. Robinson comes away with the steal. He's got Ruoff wide open, lays it up and in. Look at the, by the way, look at the backspin on that pass that he threw there.
Put some extra English on it just to make sure it would go over to Ruoff. in the right spot.
As Collins, kaboom on a three.
Yeah, he's had a couple of shots there where they've given him some space from the top of the key, but Collins, good enough shooter. You can't give him too much space too many times. He will make you pay more times than not.
Alexander right back at him. And that's deflating for WCT right there. Wells trying to get in. Finds Savoy at the top of the key. Down low, Pagan falling away. Shot is good. Tell you what, Noah Pagan is continuing to impress down here at the gym.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's just a guy who can do a lot of different things. He can protect the rim as well at a high level, kind of an added bonus.
As Robinson threw it away, was expecting Hall to cut. Savoy threw it into a crowd. Ball gets pickpocketed. Ruoff away with it now. Kavanaugh, swing to the corner. Alexander, high arcing three. It just missed.
He's almost hit the air conditioning unit a couple
Twice.
times. High arc on a shot.
I mean, it is a beautiful, it's a rainbow. You know what it reminds me of? The Russell Wilson moonball. You'll appreciate that.
Oh, of course.
Not Giants Russell Wilson, as Alexander, wild play there, turns it over. 3:50 to play. Collins, open look for three. Makes him pay again. He is having a half.
Yeah, again, he's finding his spot wide open. He's been left wide open a few too many times and really starting to make the defense pay now.
I feel like it'll be adjustment as Savoy away with the steal. Collins, wide open again. Jack Collins is on fire.
And once again, it was a 10-point lead for CVUG, but Collins almost single-handedly on both ends. Now back to a two-possession game, cut that in half.
He's keeping them in this game single-handedly right now. Robinson in a crowd, threw it, and I believe that's a foul on WCT. It'll take us to immediate timeout. With 3:07 to go, we'll stay right here. I've been quite impressed with what Jack has done tonight, and you talk about it, I feel like he's only going to get better and better. I mean, he tore his meniscus in his senior year. Of course, you never want to see that. I mean, he is, you see Warriors on the bench that he's sitting in front of. He's the ultimate warrior.
He's also a WCT warrior.
Exactly. So he fought through them torn meniscus. It got better. They snipped it a little bit. They cleaned it up. And he said he didn't know if he was going to come here this summer. Quinn Peters convinced him to come. And he goes, all right, if I'm going to play one, I might as well play every single game. Just credit to him. I mean, he's one of those guys that it's hard not to root for him. Same thing with Justin Robinson, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of Monmouth connections and a lot of Shore and local connections, as you'd expect from the Jersey Shore Basketball League, all throughout this league. It's always fun to see the guys that come back to this gym, whether they played here or whether they played here as an opposition. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch a lot of these guys go at it.
Yeah, and
well, especially when you have a sitting Shore head coach as well, and Tyler Schmelz.
And yeah, and he's the guy I'm looking forward to getting a chance to talk to some more as he goes into the RBC season. I'm sure they'll be a powerhouse again. They usually are.
They were really good last year.
I mean, the Shore I don't think people realize what this area is. It's a hotbed for lacrosse. I mean, I could go on for the rest of the game about the girls lacrosse team. David, I'm sure, could do the same with the boys. But football, I mean, you have Noshawn Moreno, who, if he didn't get hurt, as Cohen drives inside, ball blocked. He gets his own rebound back, flips one up, and no good but a foul. I mean, Noshawn Moreno, if we're being serious, could have been an all-time great NFL running back.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of strong football. I mean, of course, you know what Red Bank Catholic does on the gridiron. You got
Donald Brown.
Toms River North, a really strong traditional power, sent a lot of guys to the college game. It's just New Jersey is an underrated sports state, I feel like.
Oh, 100%. I mean, look at Jack. Jack was getting recruited to play to play football at Monmouth as a safety, and imagine Jack Collins as a safety. I mean, that's just kind of the athlete that he is. He ended up choosing basketball, but
I didn't even know that, actually.
Yeah, he was getting recruited to play wide receiver and safety. Just think about how differently we'd be talking about him if he was taking that career path. As Frankie Denver in the game now. He fires and misses on a three. Robinson the rebound. Cohen picks it up. He finds Alexander. Maybe thinking about one of those moonball threes from the corner. Finds Cohen along the baseline, easy execution, he lays it up and in.
That's great execution by Cohen. You could see Savoy was coming over to try to front him. And of course, a really great entry pass as well. Put it only where Cohen could get it, and a fluid motion into the layup.
And that one, talk about good pass. Ruoff jumped the lane, but Denver, a little too much effort. I don't think Robinson will appreciate that. Oh, I guess it does. I thought that it was going to stay with Seaview.
No, yeah. I mean, Denver did a really great job of just chucking it off at Justin Robinson as he was in midair.
I mean, I thought that was going to be all in vain as Pagan, not fearing, Cohen gets inside, but Cohen gets the last laugh. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Alexander comes around a screen, finds Cohen. That high pick and roll, so dangerous, but good recovery with the block by WCT. Open look, steal, corner, no, but a foul. And once again, that entire sequence initiated by the high pick and roll that CVU's been running a lot in this first half.
Yeah, it was a nice job of finding the open man, and Steele's natural shooting motion. He kind of falls away. That leg will stick out a little bit more than the average jump shooter, which does leave him more susceptible to drawing fouls on the three-point attempt. So a nice job by just getting his look. And he's a knockdown free throw shooter as well, not a guy that you want to give a chance to.
First one is up.
Into the game for CVU, number 31, Kevin Tellisberg.
He hits all three. 52-41. Savoy, long range, bomb, no good, rebound, Pagan. And then he turns it over. Here comes Seaview running. Nice pass inside, Steele couldn't finish. Collins will take it the other way. Alexander guarding him toughly. Probably got away with a reach. As Pagan, and Nick dropped his phone, that's the sound you heard, and there's a foul.
I will say, I mean, I know it didn't happen there, but I've been really impressed with the way this CVU team has been able to get their hands in the passing lanes and kickstart transition opportunities. Just the way that they, you know, the WCT's been trying a lot of skip passes, a lot of cross-court passes, trying to find an open man, and they've done a nice job of just getting their hand in there and trying to take it away.
I mean, a lot of that's got to be with Ruoff.
Re-entering for WCT, Jacob Morales, he replaces Jack Collins.
Robinson drives inside. Oh, beautiful feed. Cohen the finish.
And again, Cohen, a multifaceted, multi-skilled big man. He is a great roller. He can slip off those screens quickly, and that creates mismatches off the dribble, especially a passer like Justin Robinson.
Denver misses on a three, and that's got to be the best combination we've seen in terms of a point guard big man is Robinson after the feed from Cohen, swings it, Steele. Tellisford has it in the corner. Steele will take it himself, didn't get the English. Cohen fought for the rebound, Steele comes away with it. Robinson drives by Savoy, trying to be fancy with it, and that one deflected out of bounds off of WCT. 33 to play in the quarter and 9 to shoot.
And you can kind of feel the more time that Josh Cohen gets on the floor, you can kind of feel he's starting to take over this game, how much he's getting involved in the play, making things happen on the boards.
He tried from long distance there, couldn't get it. 2-for-1 opportunity for WCT. Peters, corner, that's where he likes it. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, stealing, look at the inbound pass. Oh my goodness. Razzle dazzle, finishing with a dunk. Alexander throws it down.
That reminds me of that one stretch of the 2021 Nets where Blake
That's
Griffin
exactly what I thought of.
flips it up to Kyrie, who lobs to Durant.
Shout out Iron Eagle, that's why I said razzle dazzle as a three-pointer goes. Here's Robinson at the end of the half. Robinson's got to get one up. He does, but it's off the mark, no good. That's the end of an exciting first half. We'll be back after this short break, halftime here at the Jersey Shore, game number 2 on JSBL Network. All right. Start of the second half, Danny Zersky, Alec Krauthamel, as the three is off the mark from Pagan. Here's Cohen running the floor. You could see his ball handling skills as he drives inside, spins, falling away, flips one up, no good. Rebound, Savoy. As they're calling for travel there. Now that one off the mark, no good.
Yeah, and of course, Justin Robinson, he played all 20 minutes of that first half, as he usually does. He doesn't come on, he doesn't go to the bench very often. He had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 11 steals for the Seaview Jeep team, and now 12.
Here's another one. Ruoff, who is a steal. Steal with the steal, as Cohen finishes off the glass.
And again, you can't let him get to that low post spot. By the time he gets there, it's already too late on defense. He is a great touch from low post.
As a three is up and good. Another one for Collins.
Yeah, Collins knocked down 3. He had 15 to lead the team. And again, they're leaving him open a little bit too much.
Here's Robinson. Cohen, the finish. This one in and out by Savoy. Robinson, the other way. Flips one up and in, and the lead's up to 14.
Yeah, again, Robinson really starting to take over this game. Him and Cohen both. I mean, again, this is going to be a dangerous duo.
As another miss. Here comes Seaview running the floor. Alexander drives on along the baseline to the corner. Double team. Hall found it, and Pagan comes away with a poke. Long pass, corner, Peters. Here's Collins, guarded by Alexander. Wells, corner, Peters. This is where he shoots from so well, and he knocks it down. He's a corner ace.
I feel like Peters kind of had the no dip threes they call it in the NBA before it was cool, because he has that high release point and he's always ready to go from when he first gets it.
As this one blocked by Peters. Here's Pagan, the finish! Woo, woo, woo! Noah Pagan threw that one down. And the lead's down to 9. Steal, the fake. Finds Cohen off the glass, and that's just too easy.
And again, let him get that low post positioning. It's already too late. The play is over.
This one's stolen. Wells wins it back. Oh, nice feed. Savoy, the finish. And Cohen had one on the other end.
And again, the more he continues to kind of ramp back up, the more he's on the floor. You can see, with the eye test over the last 2 nights, he's just getting better and better. I mean, Cohen, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. Such a talented big man in so many different ways on offense. And we were wondering, with no Chris Brady, how they were going to replace his production. Well,
they might have found someone better, as Collins right down the lane lays it up and in, cutting the lead to 9. I mean, you think that Chris Brady's irreplaceable, but Cohen might even be more, as another beautiful pass, and Brandon Alexander the beneficiary. This one stolen by Hall, ball on the ground. Wells comes away with it on a dive. He finds Collins, who lays it up. No good, rebound. Pagan follows the miss. Collins will try again. This time it's off. Robinson. That one deflected and then thrown away by WCT. That's been the thing with WCT tonight. They've actually played pretty well offensively, but the turnovers are killing them.
Yeah, really. I mean, a lot of this one, not one of them, but they've had a lot of live ball turnovers, which has opened up transition opportunities for CVG. But we know how dangerous they are when you give them chances like that. So just have to take better control of the ball. 11 turnovers in that first half. It's led to a lot of points.
Some more now. Robinson, long three, no, but a foul. And he'll find himself at the stripe for 3 shots.
WCT foul charge number 1, Andre Wells.
Yeah, Wells has been, that's 4 on Wells. He's been a little bit quiet offensively. Just one of those nights, you know, he's gotten some good looks again. He's gotten downhill. The ball just isn't finding the basket like he usually does.
2 more free throws.
So Robinson has 2 more. And he's got 1 more after this one. He's got all 3, and it's funny. You think that the way Seaview's looked tonight, they'd actually be in a dogfight. I mean, they wouldn't be in a kind of a dogfight. Here's an open look. Denver will fire off the mark, in and out. And this one thrown away. Denver flips. Collins, another layup is good.
Collins from Denver.
Collins is almost approaching the 20-point mark tonight. Cohen spins, lays it up and in.
And again, every time he gets the ball in that high post, he has a plan to get down low. Pagan was providing some pretty good defense, but used the spin move and was just able to create some space and even work through some contact as well.
As we have immediate timeout on the floor, we'll take one with them. 73-61. We welcome you back, 73-61 after about 2.5 quarters gone by, 9:56. It's going to be a 10:30 kind of night here at the JSBL. Robinson, I believe that'll be a held ball.
Ball has been assessed. It'll be Robinson and Pagan.
But who's going to take this? So it'll be Robinson against Pagan, and I think Robinson would be the non-favored one to take this one. He tried to steal it from the ref, and I guess that's a.
I think he just conceded the jump ball. I guess.
I've never seen anything like that.
Me neither.
As Collins.
I didn't know you could do that.
I mean, I guess you could do anything if you want to. Pagan tries and knocks down a 3. So Pagan rings one home, and it's a 9-point game. This one's stolen by Denver. Running away with it. He finds a man. That's Morales, who drives, couldn't finish. He gets his rebound and puts it back in. And just like that, it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, Morales starting to find his form as well in this game. The Montclair State Star helped lead them to an undefeated start. What a year they had. And was previously under Steve Peichel at Rutgers.
Steele with the shot fake to the corner for Robinson. And Peichel probably should have given him more of an extended look because Morales is a heck of a player. Robinson's got to fire one away. Wild shot up and no good. Cohen had already gone back to the backcourt, so WCT comes away with it. Oh, Collins trying to channel his inner Robinson. Found Denver, but he couldn't hit it on open 3. That was a beautiful looking pass. Cohen running the floor, blocked by Collins, but a foul, and he can't believe it.
Yeah, I thought that, I mean, it was definitely close. I think it was cleaner than you might expect from that kind of.
It looked clean.
Yeah, that kind of rise up with 2 defenders, but nice job. Once again, Josh Cohen going coast to coast. Again, he's just able to handle the ball at a high level, and that just opens up so much for Seaview Jeep's offense. Like we saw earlier in the game, they can run those inverted pick and rolls with Justin Robinson as the screener, and that sets up all kinds of mismatches. They can get switches and take advantage of them, where it's not just, you know, you have him at the post and that's kind of it. He can do so many different things when you give him a chance with the ball.
Cohen misses, and you're right on that thought. Mercado will check back in. Pagan will sit, and anyone that thought that WCT was a rollover as Cohen makes the second one, I think they might be wrong. I mean, WCT is in this game with a chance to win it against a team that is very talented in Seaview. Open look for Morales, couldn't hit. Here comes Robinson the other way. Robinson finds Alexander, who couldn't finish, but once again, another pretty pass. As Collins drives, flips one up, and no rebound, and put back by Morales. And it's a 6-point game, 74-68.
Yeah, they're just sticking around here, and you know, Seaview's offense has kind of gone a little bit drier here. Well, not anymore after the 3,
Alexander a 3.
WCT's done a really nice job of starting to open up the game in transition, just like that.
Oh my goodness, the Monmouth connection, Collins to Peters, and that might have been the nicest pass and finish of the night. Robinson, Cohen, and a ball out of bounds. Last touch by WCT with 2:01 to play in the third quarter. By the way, I don't know if you've looked to our left. I don't know if Nick can get it, but Jack Collins has a viewing party, and once again we have shot clock issues. Resets to 14. He's got Andrew Solomon, one of the winners with him in this gym as a championship, also managed for Monmouth, as Robinson flips one up and in. 79-70. Long 3, Morales sticks it. Everyone went in to guard the rim because they thought he was gonna pass it, and he said, why not, I'll take it myself.
Yeah, again, Morales really improved as a shooter. He's 6'4", he's got some good size.
Robinson doesn't miss many of those. And this one turned over. Here's Peters running the break. Morales, why not try again? Good thing he did. It's a 3-point game. 79-76. Robinson driving in, spinning inside. They're gonna call a foul on Denver, and it looked like Denver had palmed the entire basketball.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I guess the official, from his vantage point, kind of got a little bit too much of that wrist while in process of getting the ball.
Robinson, it's getting a little chippy. I mean, in a game that is this physical, you expected it. Robinson to the line, he misses the first. A rare miss from the free throw line. One more for J-Rob. Got that one. As Collins will take it out the other way. And this is, the more they stay around, the dicier it'll get. Oh, Collins, beautiful feed. Morales couldn't finish. Ball tipped back out to him, and then he didn't get enough on the second pass. Alexander, moon ball three, almost hit the air conditioning and then hit the front of the rim. Collins behind the back, feeds to the corner. Morales the three, got it! And Jack Collins is having the game of his life. Kavanaugh the other way for three. No, rebound Robinson in a crowd. What a game we've gotten in game number 2, 80-79.
Yeah, both these games have been really fun towards the very end. I think this one will be too.
An offensive foul. Robinson bumped Denver. And he didn't even contest that one. So WCT can hold for the final shot with 14.3 to play in the quarter. Denver with it now. Finds Collins, the ball handler. They send two at him. They find Morales. And Morales stepped on the baseline. So Seaview could hold for the final shot, and I wonder who's taking it.
I think I got a pretty good guess.
Maybe they got Kavanaugh here. Ruoff, he'll take it, and he's off on it. 80-79 the score after three. If you stuck around or you're still on the stream, you got a good one to watch right now as we go to the final quarter. 80-79 the score on the JSBL network. Start of the fourth quarter, Dan Yuzerski, Alec Krauthamel, and 10 minutes to decide a game that neither of these two teams deserve to lose. That one off the mark from Robinson. I was going to say Jack Collins and Josh Cohen dueling, both holding with 22 points after three quarters, and it's been a spectacular game as Peters knocks down a three from the corner and gives WCT their first lead of the night, or their first lead since the first quarter. Cohen inside, answering right back, and we're tied at 84. We're tied at 82.
And again, you can't let Cohen get that low post positioning. He already had his spot there. That was an easy hook shot.
Mercado on for Collins, and smart play by Mercado. He draws the foul outside of the arc, and he will go to the line for three with 9:17 to play. And you wonder how long Josh Peters will have Jack Collins on the bench.
I'd imagine not very long. Just let him get a couple minutes of rest here and then get him rared up for the last however long he'll play in this game.
Morales has been great too. He's 9 of 13. And in that third quarter, Seaview went a little cold and 14 of 27 from the field in that third for WCT, and they now lead by one. Telesford and Alexander will check out. Steele and Hall come back in. 84-82 in Mercado. Is David Smith running to the bathroom right now?
I mean, as he said last night, when nature calls, I guess we'll be without a PA for a minute or two.
Steele for the lead. No. Hall the rebound. Robinson, he'll try to give him the lead, and he couldn't. Rebound. Mercado tracks it. We still don't have a PA announcer. Mercado, a triple, no. Rebound tipped into the hands of Jesse Steele. Here comes Robinson, running it. Robinson, oh, beautiful feed. Cohen stripped to the ball by Mercado. Denver has it. Alexander's been the hot hand tonight. Drives inside, and is David Smith really going to get away with no baskets here? Alexander says no. Savoy tried to track the rebound. And this is incredible. He goes to the bathroom in the fourth quarter of a 2-point game, and somehow no one has yet it's been a minute and no one scored.
I mean, that's the magic of basketball right there.
That's baseball, Susan. Robinson gets to his spot, mid-range from the foul line, no. Cohen tried to tip it, he tipped it to himself and finishes at the rim. Josh Cohen!
Nice job, nice work.
Here's Collins, finds a man. Mercado, Peters wide open from the corner. Quinn Peters from 3. How am I doing?
Not bad.
I'm embracing my inner Kevin Harlan.
I'm calling both.
I'm literally calling both games. Robinson drives, kicks, Steele for 3. Thought about it, finds Robinson open. 3! Justin! You know what? Our stat guys don't like us too much, as Alec Morales missed it. Collins the rebound. I was trying to do it myself.
You can still do it.
I think our levels were getting too high. I mean, the people that are listening probably turned off as Savoy misses. Here's an open look. Peters will try, and he is on fire in the fourth quarter. Quinn Peters gives WCT the lead.
Yeah, he had a bit of a tough start to this game, but you knew it was only a matter of time and a matter of open shots until Peters started to knock him down.
Robinson answers. I have to say, the stat guys are doing a pretty good job at PA. Savoy drives inside and finishes. 92-89 is for all the flack that he gave me the last 2 nights, this is inexcusable. Robinson finds Hall, who missed. Here's Collins, a chance to extend the lead. Pat, oh my goodness, he faked everyone out on that, and CVU is taking a timeout. That might be the play of the night. He had me faked. I think he might have had you faked. He had Nick faked. I thought he was going to Denver on the wing, and he found Savoy inside. Beautiful. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Collins has a real good argument for the best player on the floor tonight. He's just taking control. It's been a bit of an off night for Andre Wells. The ball just kind of not finding the bottom of the net. So Collins has taken on a lot of the ball handling duties and especially the playmaking duties, and he has done an excellent job of just finding everyone else and also hunting his own shot. I feel like there's been a couple too many half-court defense breakdowns by CVU Jeep, whether that's, the defense crashes in, there's an open shooter on the outside, or the feed from Collins as they bite on the fake, and Savoy's open. But Tyler Schmel's in the huddle right now just trying to emphasize, stay sound on defense and stick to your assignments.
I mean, you're right. And I think if you watch the first half of this game, you'd be thinking, and I think this is just the thing with CVU sometimes, it feels like they're an autopilot right now. I don't know if you see the same thing I'm seeing, but they were so good in that first half where it kind of felt like they settled in too much.
Yeah, I feel like the movement isn't as crisp, and again, the defense hasn't been at its best so far in this stretch, but I mean, again, we'll see how the timeout works. This has been a game the momentum has flipped a few times in this game, so we could see all of a sudden CVU get right back to the momentum that they had earlier in the game. They led this game by double digits, by as many as 14 in the third quarter, so they still have the talent to, continue to stay in this game.
Robinson stripped of the ball by Savoy. Robinson, a long 3, that one deflected. I think Savoy came away with the block. Here's Collins. splits the defense, steps back, step back, triple Collins, he's feeling it! 96-89, they're gonna say it's a 2. My goodness, as Cohen blocked but a foul on the other end. This is incredible from Jack Collins tonight.
Yeah, again, he is taking control. I mean, he was always an excellent second, third guy on RKE Athletic previously. Now on WCT, you know, obviously with Andre Wells, he's kind of playing a similar role as a secondary ball handler and playmaker, but he has done a terrific job of taking control on both ends tonight.
And it's almost, you remember the movie Thunderstruck? Where the kid gets Kevin Durant's like abilities to play basketball? I wonder if that happened with Collins and Robinson, because Jack Collins saw what Justin Robinson was doing in that first half and said, hold my beer. And man, has he played a great game tonight. He'll try again from 3. Collins! Kaboom! It's a 9-point WCT lead. As Collins has completely taken over. Robinson the other way, he got it. It looked like it was bouncing out and rimmed in at the last second. Yeah, why not give it back to him? He is feeling it. He's got Robinson on him now. Collins, again, off the mark, no good.
I think he deserved a chance at a
Why
heat
not?
check.
He's got the takeover badge going right now as Robinson splits the defense, gets inside. Tried to find a cutting Ruoff on the corner. Good hands inside, but last touch by WCT with 5:08 to play. Robinson, the inbounder, finds Steele, who comes off a screen from Cohen. Steele, the drive, the flip to Cohen, the tip-in is good. A little 4-0 run from Seaview, and they've cut the 9-point lead to 5.
And again, Cohen's able to slip off the screen, and he just gets downhill, and that creates some matchup problems as Steele had a lane either for the floater or the pass, which is what he did.
Collins threw it away. Good defense inside. Robinson running with it. Drives in on Collins, and Collins stole it from him. Here comes Collins running a break. Collins finds Peters, the Monmouth connection again. It's looking like King Rice basketball right now here in Manasquan High School. Long pass, here's the moon ball 3 from Alexander. It went even higher after it hit the back of the rim, and a loose ball foul will go against Peters on Cohen as it takes us to the final media timeout of the game, but we'll stay right here. As what a game. I mean, it's indescribable how good this game has been tonight.
Yeah, really high quality basketball on both ends of the floor from both of these teams. I still think Seaview has a really good shot here if they can continue to knock down some shots and find some open looks. This game is nowhere near over. And on that foul from on Peters, it was a bit of a tough one because, you know, he's thinking, what else am I supposed to do? I'm boxing out my guy, but I mean, a little bit too much contact, and yeah, this should be a really interesting final 4 minutes and change here.
And in a night that's produced 2 very good games, and if you're Seaview, you're in the second of back-to-back, and if you're WCT, you want to be thinking, you saw what ACI Robinson did last year. You got to be thinking to yourself, you're 3 games into the season, you have 4 left, you've beaten 3 teams, and you beat a really good one you could beat a really good one right here, right now. They must be thinking to themselves, why not us?
And they've certainly played like it throughout the first 3 games of the season. This is a team that just, it feels like they're a greater sum of their part, or I think
the sum of the parts.
Yes, exactly. I'm completely messing up the analogy that I'm looking for.
It's 10-15. We're all tired.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, this WCT team, I mean, it's Pagan one night. It's Collins tonight. Peters had a really good game last week. He's come alive here in the fourth quarter. It's just they have a bunch of different guys who can do a lot of different things. Obviously, Wells can take over at any point. There's so many multifaceted talents here on this WCT team.
As Ruoff, left-handed finish, no good, but Cohen right there for the rebound and putback.
Yeah, and Cohen created the open lane for Ruoff by sealing off his man Pagan. He's done a really good job of that. He's willing to put his body on the line and seal off the defender.
Morales splashes a 3, and the lead's back to 8. And this is the transition defense that WCT with their good defensive lineup in right now. Robinson, shot fake, shot is up, no good. Rebound, Pagan. And Collins, the point guard right now. Have they found their point guard in Jack Collins? Savoy. Collins off a screen. Steele got a piece of it. Oh, he found Savoy. They went for the double and they paid.
And again, a few too many half-court defensive breakdowns by CVU Jeep. Just too many open guys. Now, these are highly impressive passes, and it looks like a technical foul.
Who's it on? That's the second technical we've had.
Foul charge number 22, Noah Pagan, his fourth, team's third. A technical foul has also been assessed against WCT's number 22, Noah Pagan.
So Pagan picks up the double. He picks up the shooting foul and then gets the technical.
Yeah, I didn't really hear what he said, and Josh Peters is looking for an explanation as well.
So Robinson will shoot the technical, and now we don't know what was said, but there is a common theme on why there was two technicals given out tonight.
That one, well, the first one was just a procedural technical in the
That's
earlier
true.
game.
You know what? That's a good point.
That wasn't really like a discretionary technical. That, you know, if you make contact with the ball or the inbounder and you're defending it, that's an auto technical. So that's why the first one was assessed. But this one, it did feel a little bit of a quick one, and I believe Quinn Peters just said he kind of slapped the ball, so maybe that was the reason.
Again, I think it's 10-19. I'm assuming most of us, some people's tempers have probably run a little too hot. People want to go home, sleep in their nice air-conditioned room and bed. That's what I want to do. But you know what? I'm happy to be here for this final 3:19. Sometimes you get, as Peters fires off the mark on a three, Cohen the rebound, and they kind of have to go fast. Time running out quickly. Robinson, pull-up triple, no rebound, fought for, last touched by WCT. So a fresh 14 on the clock for Seaview. Here's Robinson off the inbound. Thought about the pull-up three, and Savoy's tracked him very well tonight. Inside, Cohen, the finish with the right hand.
And he's always there in the right spot to finish off the play. That's an excellent job. Again, the high screen, he's an extremely mobile big man. He can just move pretty much anywhere on the floor. He can pop out, he can drive in, he can do a lot of different things in the pick and roll game. He can even handle the ball, even like we've seen tonight.
And I think the thing with him is he's such a smart basketball player. I think sometimes when you're not the most talented, I'm not saying Josh isn't talented, he's got as much talent as anyone in this league, but the thing that will separate you from the talented players and the great players is the high IQ and the ability to work when no one else is. I mean, you look at the great athletes, Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was never remarkable at one particular thing, but he was just consistently good, as Collins misses both free throws. Here's Alexander in that moon ball. Steele drives, kicks. Robinson drives inside, looking for the three. Finds Alexander. He gets it into Cohen. Easy money, but he missed. WCT might have gotten away with a hack.
Tyler Schmelz couldn't believe it. He thought, and Cohen also thought, he got hit in the head there.
Here's Collins inside to Pagan. Drives it on Ruoff. Cohen stripped it. Pagan fell, and Cohen comes away with the steal. Here he is running the break. Kicking, Robinson. Oh, beautiful feed. Steal, the three is good. It's a three-point game.
Yeah, how about the touch pass from Robinson and another wet spot on the floor. How about that touch pass?
I mean,
Cohen kind of got caught in midair. Wasn't sure which way to go with it because they had the numbers on the break. He fires that to Robinson, and then Robinson saw Steele in the corner in an instant, just fired it over to him and gave the defense no time to react or even rotate over. And now they're going to apply the press on defense.
Well, I mean, why not? Make them think about it at least. And they'll let Morales handle it up the court. Alexander poked it away. Alexander is making it difficult on him. They do get it across, but with only 10 to shoot. Morales hucking it into the corner. Savoy drives in. Shot is no good. Rebound tipped all the way out. to Jesse Steele. A three to tie the game is good. Jesse Steele. He's got something to steal we can't quite say. He's tied the game at 106 with a minute 20 to play.
And again, it just feels like if CVG
steal from Jesse.
Yeah, if they can move the ball at a high level, which they did there, and then they can get their hands to the passing lane. Again, that was a big reason they were able to take such a big lead. They were up by 14 earlier. They were able to control the game by getting their hands in the passing lanes. They do that, just getting their hand on the ball, and good things happen. And how about Steele? That takes a lot of guts to rise up for a pull-up three in transition where you don't have the numbers, but Steele is a tremendous three-point shooter, and he made that one look easy, knocking it down.
It was a 10-point lead 3 minutes ago, and we're tied with a minute and 20 to play. We'll go inside each huddle here, not obviously, but if you're Josh Peters, what are you saying to your team? I mean, Andre Wells, who is one of the best players, has not been on the floor tonight.
Yeah, he's going to check back in after this timeout.
And then if you're CV, you're like, hey, we're right back in this thing. And we have maybe the best closer in the JSBL and the best big man on the floor right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this game could still go either which ways. Both teams now have 2 timeouts remaining. Yeah, I mean, I think Andre Wells is going to be out there to kind of slow things down, make sure you get a good look, just have as many ball handlers as you can on the floor. And
this lineup right now I think the 5 for both of these teams is as good as you'll get in the last minute of 20 of a game all year. Savoy with it. His defensive prowess. Drives in on Ruoff, pull up mid-range. Oh, the fake out, and Savoy gives them the lead.
Yeah, that crossover dribble, just a little bit of room, and Ruoff just a half second late to contest, but that was enough for Savoy to get some space.
Well, I think they all thought he was going to pass. A steal from the corner. It's again. Blue steal from Jesse. Here's Collins. 45 seconds to play. Behind the back, he's got 10 to shoot. Collins drives in, flips it, and he traveled. I don't know about that one, but they yelled it and they called it.
He did take that third. I think he took that third step after after Robinson got a hand on the ball. That's great help defense by Justin Robinson to come over and just try to take a swipe at the ball, and it kind of threw Collins' rhythm off as he was trying to kick it out.
It's never a night at the JSBL if someone's not yelling at the refs. Most of the players were quite angry about it.
And again, Seaview Jeep has the lead, so now the momentum and the mindset is kind of flipped. They're now in control the ball and get a good shot after taking as much time as possible mode.
And if you're at WCT, you're in a position where you do not need to foul.
No, you don't. I mean, they still have one to give as well, as they haven't committed one inside the last 2 minutes. So they can play this one out. And again, even if there's a two-pointer, I think you got to run them off the three-point line by any means necessary. If you give up a 2, it's not ideal, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. I think you got to run Seaview Jeep off the line by any means necessary.
So Collins with it here. Robinson with it here, excuse me. He's got Savoy on him. Here comes the high pick and roll again. They switch Pagan. Savoy now guarding Cohen with 23 seconds to play. Robinson taking all the time on the clock. Drives inside, mid-range from the foul line is pure with 15.1 to play. WCT in need of a miracle here. They get Morales for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, Ruoff. They got to foul him. They steal it for a second, and then Steele is fouled in a wild sequence with 1.2 to play.
Josh Peters was trying to call timeout at the start of that sequence, but once he saw Andre Wells get the ball, he decided to let it play out. They got a good look. Morales, I know it was contested, but he was going straight up. That one just a little bit too short, unfortunately for them. And now they still have 1 to give, so with 1.2, a good pass can run the clock out.
Unbelievable, the ending to this game. They still got to get it in. They get it into Cohen, who flips it up in the air, and Seaview Jeep steals one back from WCT.
What a basketball game. WCT's trying to argue that before the final buzzer sounded, the ball hit the ceiling, but even then it probably would have only been 0.2 or 0.3 on the clock, which may not have given them enough time to shoot the ball. But
their case might be heard here.
Nah, I don't. I think they're just
And
going to end it.
it goes on deaf ears.
But how about Seaview Jeep? Their resolve, their experience. Jesse Steele with 2 huge three-pointers. 3 to tie and take the lead. Justin Robinson again with the jumper to put him up by 3. I mean, the stars came out to play in this game tonight on both sides of the ball.
And you got to give, I don't know who our player of the game is. I mean, you look at Morales and Collins had excellent games. Robinson has a great game. Jesse Steele goes off in the final few minutes of that game. Josh Cohen consistently great.
Yeah, Cohen was the star of the game last night, so I'd imagine we're going to get someone different from Seaview Jeep, but there's any number of guys that have a really great argument. This was a tremendous basketball game.
From each party involved, we'll figure out who's going to do the interview with our star of the game tonight in game number 2 and maybe the game of the JSBL season to this point. We'll be right back here on the JSBL Network. Here with the longest tenured player in the JSBL, tonight's star of the game, Jesse Steele. Jesse, take me through one. You've been in this league since 2010. Can you just talk about what the difference is now playing it in this year as when you first started?
I mean, the difference is that I'm about 15 years older. I started when I was in 2010. I was probably like 19, 20 years old, and here I am 17 years older, 37 years old. And so the speed of the game for me is it's a crazy difference, and the athletes in this league are just amazing. So keeping up with them is tough, but I give them my all.
Talk about take me to those last 3 minutes of the game. You hit the 3 to cut it to 3, then you get the steal and hit the 3 to tie the game, and then you get one in the corner to give your team the lead. Just take me through what was going on.
Yeah, during the timeout, the play was to put me in the corner and have a ball screen with J-Rob and Josh. And I wasn't making shots in the beginning of the game, so they were helping off me, and Justin found me in that corner. And when I saw that first one go in, the confidence just built from there. So it was funny. Me and the coach were talking that if I get a fast break, pull up for 3, don't go for the layup. So that second 3 on the pull up, that we talked about that right before. So
you guys forced 18 turnovers tonight. Just talk about the defensive effort that you guys put in tonight.
Yeah, we were just very scrappy. I mean, we once we lost the lead, we decided to full court press, pick up, and just make the game speed the game up. So We were scrappy, we were moving around, we were helping each other. It really led us to come back and get the lead.
And my last question, anything going on pro-wise for you this upcoming season?
No, sir. I got a full-time job. I do cybersecurity sales, so I'm an adult basketball player.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Jesse
sir.
Steele, longest tenured player, still getting it done out here. We will see you next week on the JSBL Network.